Hey, yo, what's good, gamers players? It's your boy, Disney Sharpman, aka Sharp Blaze, back out here on this Madden 26 franchise mode, and we are back with another episode of this Madden series. We are set to continue where we left off. As you guys can tell, we are in the last game of this 6-game slate here on the 1 o'clock schedule for week number 5. Now, this next matchup, it should be interesting. We got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Carolina Panthers in this game. So, before we talk about the game, be sure to go check out the previous games in week 5 if you haven't already. So that way you guys can keep up with all the action here in the 5th week of the regular season. Because we are halfway towards the midway slate of the regular season. So be sure to go check those out. And if you haven't seen the previous 4 weeks, be sure to go watch those. And if most of you are new to the series, be sure to go check these out as well, so you guys can get caught up on everything that has happened to this point. Because, let's be honest, this has been one of the most intense series I've ever done on the channel so far. But now, let's talk about this Dolphins-Panthers matchup. Let's start with the home team, the Carolina Panthers, who got their very first win of the season in their last game, knocking off the Patriots. Their defense was solid. They got 4 interceptions as a unit. They held the Patriots to 10 points during that game. The offense was playing okay, but it was really the defense that helped the Panthers win that game. But this time, this is going to be another test for them, because they take on a Miami Dolphins team who haven't been good between week 3 and week 4. Because you guys remember that 2-0 start that they had. Since then, they've lost back-to-back games, and their last game against the Jets, it was not pretty. It really wasn't. They got dominated on both sides of the field, offense, defense, special teams, you name it. So now they come into this game on a 2-game losing streak since having that 2-0 start. Now this will be a devastating loss for the Dolphins if they end up losing 3 in a row since winning their first 2. But Carolina, with a chance to get their record to 2-3 on the season with a win in front of their home fans. So let's get to Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte for the final game of this 6-game slate of an incredible 1 o'clock schedule for week 5. But we still got more action on the way here in week 5. But this is the conclusion to the 6-game 1 o'clock schedule. Dolphins at Panthers. Let's go.
The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sound of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. Leading the Dolphins sideline, head coach Mike McDaniel. His guys not able to build off that 2-0 start as they've dropped their last 2. On the other sideline, head coach of the Panthers, Dave Canales. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins.
Alright, so everyone is set for football here from Uptown Charlotte. The Dolphins are going to get the ball first. Now, Tua Tagovailoa talked about going into this game not only playing well on offense, but to do better defensively. He's hoping that his defense can do better than what they did the last time, giving up 48 points to a New York Jets-powered offense. Let's see what they can do against the Panthers team. Here we go from Uptown Charlotte. And here comes the return by Jalen Waddle, and he gets popped. But the Dolphins will take over at the 26-yard line. And now here comes Tua.
Unfortunately, those injuries returned last season. Katie played his fewest games since his rookie season 11. It's pretty obvious, too. Those Dolphins, 6-5 with him, 2-4 without him. He's a difference maker.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
First down from the 26. They're going to start on the ground. Here comes Skylar Hall up the middle for a 9-yard pickup. Now, Miami's got to do better on the ground as well because in their last game against the Jets, as I mentioned, the run game wasn't there. The pass game was good, but they just couldn't. They really just didn't have the rhythm to put up a touchdown. They only kicked 2 field goals, but it's like I said, the defense for the Dolphins gave up a lot of points. So this is going to be a very key game for both of these sides. Here's Skylar Hall, a second go-round, and he's taken down at the 49. First down, Miami.
Yeah, I think we're seeing and feeling an offensive front and a running back who've come ready to play. This defense, they may want to buckle their chin straps a bit.
Miami talked about getting that ground game going, and they're already getting it going right out of the gate.
Just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion.
In motion, here comes Tyreek Hill.
Off the play fake.
Tua, play action fake, and that's lobbed and intercepted. Intercepted by Carolina. And they will take over just like that. An opening drive turnover.
And this defense may sit in the bottom half of the league, but hey,
J.C. Horn was able to come up with the interception, but this is the reason why I said this is a very key test for Carolina's defense. And already they get an opening drive takeaway. They had 4 of those in their victory over New England, and they already get a turnover on Miami's opening drive. And now here comes Bryce Young, ready to go for Carolina.
I think we could give him a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, that's the ball he wants to.
First down. Here comes Chuba Hubbard up the middle with a penalty marker down. He's in Miami territory, but this one is going to come back.
I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Here we go.
Young working from the gun. Chased out to
Young
his right.
throwing this one incomplete.
Incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Young was trying to go to A.J. Norman that time, but couldn't connect with him. So 2nd and 19.
Back to throw. Here's Young.
Young, here comes the pressure by the Dolphins as Bryce Young gets rid of that one. So back-to-back incompletions lead to 3rd down.
But eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Ready,
All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here.
ready, set.
3rd and long for him here.
3rd and 19, and that's intercepted. Picked off. Mika Fitzpatrick takes it, and the Dolphins are going to get the ball right back.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment.
He completely read Bryce Young's eyes,
To give you that ball.
and Miami's going to get the ball back in enemy territory as well.
See how they attack this 1st down, partner.
So let's see if they can rebound after throwing the interception on their opening drive. So back So both quarterbacks throwing INTs to start the game. Not a way to start. Here comes Skylar Hall on the ground, and Skylar Hall with some room to the 24-yard line as he's tackled. 21 yards there.
Dolphins first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down from the 24. Here comes Tyreek Hill in motion.
They go play action with Tagovailoa.
Tua, play action fake, connecting. Jalen Waddle. And he's out of bounds, brought down at the 14. A 10-yard gain picks up a first down Miami. And here's a pitch out to Tyreek Hill, but he's not going to gain anything there. No gain, 2nd down.
Quick adjustment by the defense, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Tua now from the gun.
Tua looking, and he's going to get rid of that one.
Just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so
throws it away, so 3rd down.
So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd.
Tua looking end zone. He's got his man. It's Jason Taylor for the touchdown. But a flag is down. Let's see who this one's on. But what a throw by Tua to the end zone.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And it's against Carolina. So count the touchdown to Jason Taylor.
But yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
What a throw by Tua Tagovailoa. On the mark. Sanders nails the extra point. 7-0 Miami.
Jump out to a 7-0 lead.
So now here is Stonehouse to kick it away.
Now to kick this one away.
So both quarterbacks throwing interceptions to start the game, but one of those quarterbacks bounces back with a touchdown throw. So let's see what Carolina does.
Here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some
First down. They're going to start on the ground with Chuba Hubbard, who is only going to gain 2 out of that one.
Maybe a gain of 2. Look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
I guess it seemed like both teams are really trying to get that ground game going, because as of late, it hasn't gone in the right direction.
Off the play fake, it's Young.
Young looking around, and the pressure by the Dolphins gets there. They sack him.
Some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish
So now it's 3rd down.
what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Here he goes, 3rd and long.
Young throwing, and that's another bad throw. That one's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. Back-to-back interceptions thrown by Bryce Young.
So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right?
I mean, look at that throw. I mean, he just threw it behind his receiver, not even able to come to get it.
Right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves. So now Miami's back out there.
But man, if you're Bryce Young, you got to be feeling it on the sideline because that's now back-to-back interceptions to start things here.
Here's first and goal.
First and goal, they're going to give it to Hall, who runs right up the middle for a gain of about 7.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Second and goal.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal.
Second and goal. They're going to toss it to Hall, and Hall's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
How about that? Back-to-back interceptions turns into 2 consecutive scores for the Dolphins.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders.
Sanders on for the PAT. And he's got it. And it's now 14-0 Miami.
Drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
So now here's Stonehouse. He's on to kick it away.
Now to kick this one away.
And here comes the return. And they're going to bring him down at the 26-yard line. So back out comes Bryce Young and company.
Not up to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake. Typically, one will follow.
It's Young. The throw here on first. Flushed out of the pocket.
Young looking around again. He throws it away.
Wasn't gonna risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Ready? Second and 10 now. Young's gonna try again.
Young, he's going to throw again. And this time, A.J. Norman comes back to get it. And he's brought down at the 49.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. The passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called.
Yeah.
But finally, as you said, their first completion.
Here's Young on first and 10.
Young looks to throw again. This one's complete.
Complete to the fullback. And he's down.
He throws it to the fullback. He's got it. First down, Panthers to the 30.
20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
52 blue. Ready.
Again, it's Young.
Young looking downfield, looking for Horn, and it's incomplete.
On that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time.
Second
You get into
down.
the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
On second and 10, Young.
Young throws quickly. This one's caught by Tucker.
Tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag.
That was a nice pickup, but a flag is on the field. And this one's going to go against Carolina as we end the first quarter from Uptown Charlotte. A 14-0 lead for the Dolphins. The Panthers, however, they're on the move to try to cut into the lead. All right, second quarter, ready to get underway. The Panthers have it, but they've got a second and 20 because they had a penalty called on them at the end of the first quarter. Let's see what happens to start the second. Here's Young, and that's incomplete. Jimmy Horn was the intended receiver.
Jimmy Horn Jr. there. So they're left facing third and long.
And now it's third down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
Set, ready.
Third and long, Young.
Young looking deep, looking to the end zone. He's got his man, Norman. Touchdown Panthers.
The Panthers start to fight back for their first points of this game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Man, did the Panthers need that one. They definitely needed that one if they wanted to cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. 14-7. Miami's still in front. So here's Martin to kick it away.
One-possession ball game as the kickoff is away.
And this one will not be returned by Devin A. Chan. Into the end zone it goes. It's a touchback. So now back out comes Miami. They scored the last time they had it, but it was just answered a moment ago. So let's see what they can do. Can they control the pace and push that lead back up?
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
First down. Here's Hall. A gain of a yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
So 2nd and 9 for Miami.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
2nd and 9. Back to Hall. Looking to find some space. He gains 4 right there. Now it's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play,
Tua throws on 3rd down. This one's complete by Jason Taylor. But a penalty flag was just thrown. And this one's on the Dolphins.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So they get dings for the holding. Gotta wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for 3rd down.
In motion is the tight end. Tua, he's going to find Turner. And there goes Turner. Josh Turner off to the races. And he takes it all the way to the 40-yard line of the Panthers.
It's a huge pickup on the play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
First down from the 40. Back to Hall. And Hall breaking the tackle, but a late flag is down as he picked up the first.
I don't think this one's going to stand.
That one's not going to stand. It's coming back.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
44, ready.
Here comes Tyreek Hill in motion.
Going play action. Tagovailoa. Buys time, rolling right.
Tua looking. He throws it away.
Just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Tua looking around, and down he goes. He's sacked.
That pushes him back. Third down coming up.
A loss of 6 on that one. Third down. Third and 26.
Back to throw.
In motion is Turner. Tua's going to find Turner. And Turner breaking free. He's tackled at the 43, but it's not going to be enough for a fourth down coming up.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep.
And now Stonehouse will punt for Miami.
He's trying to stick him deep.
This one sent way in the air. Fair catch is made by Tucker. And now back out comes Carolina. A.J. Norman. He's having himself an okay season. Only 16 receptions. I'm pretty sure he wants to get more involved as the season continues to go.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
With Carolina ready to go again after they scored the last time they had it. Here comes Chuba Hubbard.
It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Gain of maybe 5. 2nd and 4.
Starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
95. Ready?
Young on the play action.
Young on the play action. He feels the pressure. Down he goes. Julian Carter-Williams gets there for the sack, and it's now 3rd down. So now we just reached the 2-minute mark here in Uptown Charlotte. It's a one-possession game between the Dolphins and Panthers. Dolphins are looking for a stop defensively.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Strike. 10 black.
Out of the gun, Young.
Young looking, and there's Jimmy Horn with the catch, and he's taken down at the 38. First down, Carolina.
And this drive will indeed continue.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ready?
From the pistol, it's Young.
Young looking from the pistol, letting it go, and wide open. He's got Tucker, and he's into the end zone. It's a Panther touchdown.
The Panthers earn the chance to tie before halftime.
And just like that, Carolina with a chance to even up the game.
No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Larry Tucker just ran right by his defender like it was nothing. He made him look like a weakling.
For the extra points.
But Carolina, who were down 14-0 early, they've come back to tie things up at 14 apiece. 14 all.
Things up at 14.
With 1:28 left to go in the first half. Bryce Young, after throwing 2 bad time interceptions, he has now bounced back and threw 2 touchdown passes to even up this game. So now anything can happen.
Devon Achane to
Here
return
comes
it.
Devon Achane.
Making some
A nice
progress
return here by
here.
Achane.
And they'll start this drive in
He's
good
tackled at the
position,
39.
shy of the 40.
So here comes Miami, ready to go again. They punted the last time they had it, but they still can try to get points before the end of the first half.
First and 10.
Because in the second, they really haven't been able to put points up on the board. So let's see what happens.
Now Tagovailoa to throw.
Tua on first down. Here's Turner with it. And he's brought down to midfield. He's got a Miami first.
11 on that play.
A gain of 11.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Tua throwing here, a bad throw, it's intercepted. J.C. Horn comes up with it, and Carolina does it again. Why did Tua did it again? Instead of throwing a perfect throw, he throws it behind his receiver.
Picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have.
Another look. You could just see he just threw it, and all of a sudden, the pass was just behind his receiver. You can't do that if you want to gain yards passing wise.
And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Jake?
And Young looking to throw. He loses the football, and it's recovered by Miami. It's been turnover city here in Charlotte.
Really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges.
But wait, they're going to take a look at this. Was Bryce Young down before the football came loose?
Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Oh, and Carolina is gonna get away with that one. They're gonna give it back to Carolina. So the sack is still gonna stand, but the fumble won't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free.
So the Panthers got a bit lucky that time.
Shotgun snap got Young.
Young looks to throw. Here's Jimmy Horn. And he's going to be taken down in the Miami territory, but a flag is down.
I think this might be a hold, partner.
And this one's going to go against Carolina.
Keep his quarterback upright, but cross the line there. That earns the holding penalty.
Ready up.
So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag. Young working from the gun.
Young looking. Oh, what a deflection.
That just goes to show you
that was beautiful defense.
Even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here.
Third down. Young lobbing it up. This one's caught by Sanders. He broke one tackle, but they're gonna able to get him short of the first down marker.
It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On fourth down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away.
So Sam Martin will punt.
He punted 3 times in the win last week.
And this one's going to be sent away. No return here. And they're going to down it at the 3-yard line.
This kick at the 3. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10.
First down. Here comes Hall. And he's down at the 5. Not much there. A 1-yard gain.
That's run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Second and 9. They're going to give it to Hall again. Who gets tackled immediately.
That means third down coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Tua throwing, and he's got Hill. And there goes Tyreek. Tyreek Hill taking off. And Hill's going to take it to the end zone. How about that to finish the half?
Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave. But eventually, some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one.
How about that by Tua, connecting with Tyreek Hill? And the Dolphins are going to take a 7-point lead into the halftime locker room. We've got ourselves a good one in Uptown Charlotte.
He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field.
All right, set to begin the third quarter. We got ourselves a one-possession game here in Uptown Charlotte. The Panthers are going to get the football to begin the third. They're still most likely in this game, despite giving up that touchdown to end the first half. But let's see what Bryce Young and company do.
That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead.
60 red.
Young on 1st and 10.
Young looking on the first play, he finds Sanders. Big time throw by Young. First down, Panthers to midfield. Just like that.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure, you're not sure. Everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field, but that's exactly what the defense just did.
Come on.
First down from midfield. And Hubbard with nowhere to run. He stops behind the line.
With each carry he gets,
a loss of one.
Wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
Young over the middle, quick throw to Norman. He's got it. So only for a gain of 3. And it's 3rd and 8.
Guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion.
Young looking around and the pressure gets him. Down he goes. And it's Julian Carter-Williams who sacks him. And it brings up 4.
The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors.
So Sam Martin on to punt for Carolina. This is a very short kick. But he sends it all the way back inside the 5. Wow.
There, they have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line.
The Dolphins were in this same exact position at the end of the half, the first half at that, and they threw a very long touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Over 90 yards.
It's just about set up here. 1st and 10.
First down. They're going to hand it to Hall, and he gets blasted at the 1.
Less than a yard. They avoid the safety. But boy,
They really avoided the safety. Man, that was close.
Lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
2nd and 11. And Skylar Hall gets tackled again. And this time, it's a safety.
You could just feel it, right off the snap. You just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump.
So now it's a 5-point game.
They've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger.
So it's
That's well done by
21 to
those big boys
16
defensively.
thanks to that. And that's going to make matters even worse. A flag is down.
So they'll accept the miscue and take that flag.
Wow. So just to make matters worse,
40-yard line now. This is first
Carolina
and 10.
will start their next drive at the 40.
Out of the shotgun, a give to
And now here's Hubbard. And Hubbard into Miami territory to the 44-yard line as he's tackled.
Pick up 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here we go. Black, 95, ready.
First down.
Second down. Hubbard right back to him. A gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Drill green, red, set.
Now Young. Bails out of the pocket quick.
Young setting his feet, firing for Norman. He's got it. And he's taken down to the 21-yard line. Another first for Carolina.
And that's going to bring up the Carolina first down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
White, let's ready.
To the air on first down. Young.
Young looks to throw again, and this time he's got Tucker open.
He's going to be tackled.
And he's taken down to the 6-yard line.
It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do.
See, Bryce Young, he has completely turned this game around.
Picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Young looking around. He loses the football again. And it's recovered by Miami. As soon as it looked like the Panthers were going to take the lead, Bryce Young coughs it up for the second time in the game.
No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard, and it's that type of effort that coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
Are you serious?
New set of downs for him from the 31.
So now Miami has it, up by 5, thanks to the defense turning them over. Here comes Skylar Hall on the ground. Breaking tackle. There goes Hall. With a flag down, Hall's going to take it to the end zone. But a flag is down. This play is not going to count. Dog, that was tremendous. He broke 2 tackles. Got 1 defender to miss.
Such an exciting
wow. So that play is...
This offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field.
That is crazy. Second and 8. Tua looking downfield. Turner's down there, and he's got it. Nice throw by Tua. Doing it again. First down, Dolphins to the 18.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get
first down. Here comes Hall again. And he's taken down to the 9. A gain of 8.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15 plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards. They just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
Second and 1. Look at this formation by the Dolphins.
Taylor now
And they're going to give it to Jason Taylor here. Look at this. He's got room outside. And he's down at the 3-yard line.
Just keep on continuing the evolution.
Have you ever seen a play like that? I don't think anybody has ever seen a play like that.
Get your playmakers the ball.
First and goal from the 3. And they're going to let Hill do it this time. And Hill's got room. And Hill's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
The Dolphins lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call. And what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
How about that? They run the play a second time, but this time they give it to Hill, who scores his second touchdown of the day, and it extends the Dolphins' lead 28-16. I believe that fumble really might have just turned this entire game around. But the Panthers are still not dead yet. They still got one more quarter to do something. But let's see what they can do on their next possession. But the turnovers are doing it to them again. But this time it's on the offensive side.
They're looking to get him back here. Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
First down. Here comes Chuba Hubbard right up the middle. And there goes Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard. He's going to take it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. And as I said already, they're not done yet. At Carolina, look at this. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion to cut the lead to 4. And Young is going to find Sanders wide open. The 2-point conversion is successful. And we've got ourselves a 4-point game. I mean, you got to give it to the Panthers. I mean, they are really showing a lot of fight in this game, despite all the turnovers. So now it's a 4-point game.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away.
This one's sent away, and here comes Jalen Waddle. And they bring him down to the 28-yard line. So now the Dolphins, they get set to take over.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10.
You're right here.
First down. Here comes Hall on the ground, and there goes Skylar Hall. And Skylar Hall, he's going to take it all the way to the end zone. But a penalty flag is down again. This one is not going to count. So take the touchdown off the board.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. This is the perfect way to close out a 1 o'clock schedule. A 4-point differential between these two teams. One more quarter to go in Uptown Charlotte. What will happen? We will most definitely find out. All right, fourth quarter set to start from Uptown Charlotte. What a game it's been. A 4-point differential on the scoreboard between these two teams. Something is about to give to close out this football game. Hall trying to run on 1st and 20, but gets stuffed. And like I said, as we start the fourth quarter, Miami's trying to end this 2-game losing streak. Carolina's trying to make it back-to-back wins since losing their first 3. And the last time they was at home, they got embarrassed. But this go around, they're doing a lot better. And here's Hall once again, but he's gonna be down at the 15. Third down and 23.
Not an enviable spot as they come up, 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long.
Tua throwing, and he's got Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be taken down with a flag on the field. And this one goes against Miami.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th
The
down.
Carolina, they go ahead and decline it because it's 4th down anyway. So the Dolphins are going to punt. And this one will not be returned by Larry Tucker.
And they'll be backed up to begin this drive.
And they're going to be backed up inside their own 10.
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And they'd love a repeat of their last drive, wouldn't they? Their first play was their only play as they ran it in for 6.
Ready.
1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 7. Looking to try to take the lead with a score. And Hubbard gets leveled. Zach Williams brought the boom on him.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
2nd and 13. They give it back to Hubbard. But he's only going to get a yard there. Now it's 3rd and 12.
And you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Here we go. 33. Yellow.
3rd and 12. Young over the middle. He had a man wide open. I'm telling you, he had Sanders wide open. If he would have connected, that would have been another free walk to the end zone, pretty much. But unfortunately, it's incomplete. 4th down. Carolina's going to give the ball right back to the Dolphins. So a savior, an absolute savior right there.
And it'll be touchdown a little before.
So Miami will take over, up by 4.
Ready to go as they take the field. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far.
First down. They give it to Hall. Breaking a lot of tackles. He's taken down at the 36.
On that play. And that is a Dolphins first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more. Go ahead.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol.
Tua throwing, and how is he wide open? Tyreek Hill wide open over the middle. And Carolina, lots of miscommunication there on that play. What happened defensively for Carolina? It's like they just left Hill wide open. That is just crazy. And now Miami's in field goal range. This is a must stop for Carolina because if they don't get a stop, then it's going to be much tougher for them to try to take the lead if most. Here goes Hall up the middle. A gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They go right back.
They're going to give it to Hall up the middle, and there he goes again. And he's taken down at the 16-yard line.
He gets a good bit and that first down.
And now we've reached the 2-minute mark here in Uptown Charlotte. Carolina looking to stay alive in the game. Miami holding a 4-point lead.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. Here's a reverse to Hill, and he goes nowhere. A loss of 7 that time, and now a timeout called by Carolina.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They're going to pass it here.
Tua over the middle. Here's Jalen Waddle. And a flag is on the field as Waddle's taken down inside the 10, or maybe at the 10. But this one is coming back. It's against Miami.
It goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
2nd and 12. They're going to give it to Hall. And he's going to be brought down at the 14. And Carolina burns its 2nd timeout.
What the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Third and 8. Tua looking and open is Turner for the Dolphins touchdown. Carolina. That might have just sealed the game right there.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes
another miscommunication defensively by Carolina.
He plays this position.
Man, that is devastating. They had him right where they wanted him, but it's too many receivers open. Jason Taylor looked open. He had a free pass to the end zone. Josh Turner was open. You can't leave receivers open defensively. It makes no sense. Extra point by Sanders is good. He pushes the lead to 11. Time is definitely not on the side of the Panthers. They need a score, get the onside kick, and then they need to score again to have a miracle if they want to come all the way back. Here comes Jimmy Horn on the return on the kickoff. He's tackled at the 34.
The Panthers set to take the field. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
It's Young. The throw here on first.
Young looking to throw, and here's Hubbard. And Hubbard takes it to the 49-yard line.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
And the Panthers are hurrying it up.
Here's Young on 1st and 10.
Young over the middle, it's picked. Intercepted. Another takeaway. And Miami, it is definitely looking like that they're going to win this game.
These 3 interceptions in just this game. And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in?
Bryce Young did it again.
Trying to throw.
He throws it behind his receiver.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Oh my goodness. So Tua and the Dolphins, they end that 2-game losing streak to push their record to 3-2. And unfortunately for Carolina, yes, they did get that first win, but it all comes to an end right there. They dropped their 4th game of the season now. So Carolina drops to 1-4 with the loss.
The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Charlotte.
Man, it's just so much you can say about this game and understand to why things went the way they went. You could just ask yourself, how did the Panthers lose this game? And it's plenty of reasons. It's just so many reasons to why Carolina lost this game. I mean, check this out. Here's a prime example. Remember when I said Carolina had them right where they wanted them? But look, right before Tua even throws it, Turner is open. And Jason Taylor's open. It's like no matter who Tua threw it to, they were going to have a free pass to the end zone. But of course, Tua threw it through a perfect dot on the mark to Josh Turner that basically sealed the game for Miami. It's just crazy. Here's another example. Tua to throw again. Explain to me how Tyreek Hill gets open here. Like, I don't understand. How does Tyreek Hill even get open? It's like Tua threw the ball and all of a sudden Hill's wide open. There's no defender around him until that moment when he got across the 40. But that's another prime example to why Carolina lost. Here's another example. Remember, this was at the end of the first half. And if you guys don't remember this play right here, Tua back to throw. He throws a perfect dot to Tyreek Hill. And as soon as Hill got past his defender, he just took off running. Remember, Tyreek Hill had a 96-yard touchdown reception to close out the half. It just seems like no matter where Carolina had him, whether Miami had it backed up, whether they was backed up, or Carolina had it exactly where they wanted him, stop. They give up a big play. They give up an unexpected big play. And with that, Miami is back in the win column. Their 3rd win of the season. Honestly, this game was a slugfest. So it was turnover city. It's like both teams just could not stop turning the ball over. Bryce Young had 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and a fumble. This receiving core was just absolutely ridiculous. Tyreek Hill over 100 yards, Josh Turner over 100 yards. They basically saved that Miami's offense because it seemed like Tua was having himself a bad day with all those interceptions. But if you're both quarterbacks, the interceptions have got to go because you can't win if you're throwing that many interceptions. Luckily, the Dolphins were able to, but Carolina, rough day for Bryce Young. Even though he threw 3 interceptions, he threw for over 200 passing yards, so I'm pretty sure he'll be okay the rest of the way. So, but this is just an understanding. Carolina did do better than the last time they played at home, so yeah. still a long way to go. If you guys enjoy this game, go ahead and drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you are new for more Madden action. You see the results right here on the screen. So far, halfway through week number 5. We still have the 4 o'clock scheduled games. Seahawks, Cardinals, Chargers, and Bengals, all with home games. And we also got those final 2 primetime games in Buffalo and in Duval County. Still, more to come here in week 5, but we're halfway through the 5th week of the regular season. In the next contest, which we will be in Seattle, where the Seahawks host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But until next time, players, it's your boy Desmond Sharp, aka Sharp Plays, and as I mentioned, the next episode will be in Seattle, the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. Can Tampa Bay end that 4-game losing streak and get their first victory? We will find out.